Yes, that's right. That's right. Solo cam intros. I'm that good. I got a solo cam intro. Episode 57 of the Sports
You. I forgot to do it, bro.
You late.
I'm a little
You
late.
late.
It's rusty
I know
right
we
now,
rusty.
man. But
As always, this your guy Gift Gritty with my guy Rob. And you see that guy in the corner.
my man,
He don't hold on. He don't always pull up like that, but when he do, it's a good episode. El Jefe in the building.
I had no. Wait, hold up.
Give him a round of applause,
round of applause,
real quick.
man.
Round of applause for the Jefe.
Let me see something. It takes a lot to get on here, man. And he's on here once again.
Yes, sir.
Always been there since the beginning.
Triumphant return.
Can you run that U back one more time?
The U. It's so delayed, man.
I know.
I gotta get it better.
We'll be all right, bro. Y'all gonna watch anyway.
But welcome to the Sports U podcast, where we read you the sports news and you listen to our
Stupid ass opinions. Episode 57.
Let's go, baby. Sports U on the rise here. Now we got Ben Simmons wanting out of Philadelphia. Gifting. You've been saying a little bit about this, right?
Kind of ugly, bro. I told you that the day was gonna come that they had to pick between either JoJo or Ben.
I just don't understand why it came out like that. We were mentioning how it wasn't handled very well there. Aaron, we had a lot to talk about when it comes to how Ben's just been used. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you don't have his development coming up and everything. They had to switch from, what was the other guy's name? The former coach who was shitty as fuck?
Brent Brown?
Brent Brown.
Okay, there we go. And then Bruce Brown. And then he switched up to Doc Rivers, Hall of Fame coach with one ring and everything, with a loaded ass roster. But I digress, man.
Wow.
What do you think this team? Do you think this team did it wrong in the first place? And then, what do you think is gonna happen going forward, man?
Yeah.
They haven't been using them right, and there's been no development.
They definitely don't use him right, but at the same time, this fool, he be going missing in playoffs. Like, I think the stat was he took three shots.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, in the fourth
He took
quarter.
3 shots in the fourth quarter in a 7-game series.
Thank
in
you.
the Eastern Conference Final, I should say. No, not the Eastern semis.
Semis.
Yeah.
Semis.
I mean, I see both sides because it's like they went wrong when they tried to trade him from Harden, and that didn't fall through. Because then it's like, you know how all these dudes are nowadays. It's like
It seems like they kind of should have did it at the Harden trade instead of just waiting until now. Because now it's like, bro, do you want Ben Simmons?
yeah.
Do you want Ben Simmons?
Well, after the playoffs, it changed for sure. Like before the playoffs, this dude was an All NBA defender.
Yeah,
he was probably
yeah.
he was my defensive player of the year if I'm gonna keep it a buck. But you know,
I mean,
lights-skinned
anybody that
Come on,
Rudy Gobert.
Who's wearing a Gobert jersey?
Who the fuck is
Facts.
wearing a
I'm
Rudy
telling you,
Gobert
man.
jersey?
Exactly.
Is there even a Marshalls in Utah? Because that's where you get all the team jerseys.
You'll
Not
get
even
one
the
there,
Mormons
man.
are wearing them.
Uh,
But yeah, it just sucks for them. But at the same time, this dude hasn't really gotten better in like 4 years.
Yeah, that's what's hard
So-
about it, man.
I
It's
just
like
think
they kind of got to get him out of here. And then just to end on what I had to say is, it sucks now because everybody kind of seen him and he has that fail to win. You know, what I mean? He's scared to fail. My bad, not fail to win. He's scared to fail. So he's real gun shy, and they kind of seen
That's a good
like
point.
his market is lower than it is post Harden trade.
Right.
I feel like he's always kind of been like not in his feelings, but he's always been on that type of like
He's light skinned.
thing. Like I didn't say it, but what I'm trying to say is like it's always been a question. He's always been like talked about and everything, but I've never really heard him like come out and really be so like straightforward with it. Like I've been working, or I've been putting up shots, or I'm gonna be more aggressive. All this, all that. I might hear him like calmly say that, yeah, I plan on being more aggressive and shit like that. But I never really heard him be so forceful and shit like that. Like he shows it on the court that he can be that way. But like I've said it beforehand that I would keep Ben Simmons over Joel Embiid, not only because of his ability to be on the court, but also his ability to really bring everybody and make them a little bit better, of course.
That's a
when
good point,
Joel Embiid is out, the 76ers win with Ben Simmons on the court because he's able to, again, bring everybody else up. He's being focused on because he's the primary ball handler, you feel me? But not on the perimeter, of course. But, like, even his drives are always a threat, and then he's able to kick out and, like, find a shooter, which, 76ers just have shooters everywhere. So,
They?
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're good.
most definitely.
We thought he was gonna be a baby LeBron coming out of LSU.
We all did because I fell in love with that one for sure.
I mean, he still
He still
could
can
be.
be,
He
yeah.
still can
He
be.
needs to figure out the free throw shooting.
But yeah, like I just think that everybody knew that they wanted him to leave. I mean, like they want to get rid of him, right? So then why the fuck would you bad talk him at the end when you plan on getting rid of him in the first place? And then now he wants to come out like Joel is saying all this extra shit. My whole thing is like, and I said in the first place that like you can't go back and everything's just gonna fall through.
Exactly.
So the only thing that you can do is really just hold on to him until like the beginning of the season, because of course like your value right now is time, because it just gives another person the opportunity to be like, oh, like let me jump in and let me get him before the season starts and shit like that. So I mean, what if we just see like James Harden 2.0, like a couple games in, playing like shit, making the locker room worse? And why wouldn't he, man? He's already showing it right now. He's able to do it in the offseason.
Exactly.
You got to think of the clutch factor, too, because he signed the clutch.
And then also Tyrese Maxey would be him being traded his way, too. Like, that sucks because they're both clutch agents. So, Rich Paul going to get them both up out of there.
Yeah, he's going to try and know exactly what he's doing right now. He's going to try and strong arm the Sixers.
Exactly. The same way Anthony Davis strong-armed his way to L.A.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I mean, so, okay, we were talking about Ben Simmons getting out of Philadelphia. I really have a lot to blame on the organization on that. And it was crazy because we had a lot of like, praise for, I think it's Grant Hill, right? He's a GM right now.
Grant Hill? Elton Brand. What the fuck?
Hey, man, they kind of rhyme.
Hey, yo, this episode is over with. Everybody go home.
It's all right. I know what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to say is, hey, man, come on, hold up. That we gave him a lot of praise in building, a lot of praise in
Grant Hill and Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey makes the
you could have said Robert Horry and got away with that. Grant Hill?
My fault, bro. They kind of
no.
Shelve him. Robert got shelve him. How many Grant got? Shit.
Robert Horry's the GM?
No,
I'm saying he has 7 championships to Grant Hill. But Elton Brand is the GM.
Anyway, so they got a lot of praise, right? And, like all the time with building that roster and what it is right now.
Yeah,
and
was fake
they've
praise.
never ever I don't know, man. They had a lot of praise in the beginning. I mean, I praised them a lot too.
I mean, when Jimmy Butler was there, yeah. Now it's like, why the fuck?
Before these playoffs, I thought they were the third best team in the East with like.
Really?
And yeah, I thought they were like a step behind, obviously Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Honestly, in my opinion.
Well, okay. So we've been talking about Ben Simmons for a while now. Who do you think? Let's start with Gifton here. Where do you want him to go and why? Like, it seems like that's why he would.
Yeah.
He's gonna go somewhere, and it seems like he's asking about it. He's mentioning a lot of California teams that he wants to go to California.
I would say most realistic trade package, no?
Yeah, because his market is. Where is his market? You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's not trading to give him a chance, where is he going?
I think the Kings are gonna say F it.
Yeah, might as well. Hey, we'll give you Marvin Bagley, somebody else, and whatever picks we have for Ben Simmons.
He's locked up for five of them things, and he got no trade option. He's got a no. He doesn't have a trade clause.
And his ceiling is not his ceiling, but like his stock is dead, bro.
It's gonna be like Buddy Hield, Halliburton.
Well,
and that's probably it, or maybe a pick.
Nah, I don't think they give up Halliburton. I think they give up De'Aaron Fox before they give up Halliburton.
I think they'll give up Halliburton because they have what's the dude they just drafted? David Mitchell.
Damn. Oh yeah. Okay.
So he'll slide.
Would they give up De'Aaron Fox though?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't know.
How would him and Davion Mitchell work though?
Davion Mitchell's not a point guard though. He's just an undersized 2-guard. But you guys seen his defense in the summer league.
Yeah, I mean, he's asking. He can come off the bench too and be a great 6-man, maybe even in his first season.
If I'm Philly, I'm asking for Halliburton regardless, dude.
True.
That dude, if he would have not got hurt, he was probably the rookie of the year in my opinion.
But would you rather give up Halliburton or
Jason Tate should have got rookie of the year?
Okay,
anyways,
excuse me.
Sidebar. Would you rather have De'Aaron Fox or Tyrese Halliburton?
Who am I talking about? As the Kings?
Yeah, you're the Kings.
Ooh, that's a
I think I would.
I would rather have Halliburton. He's cheaper, and he at this point he maybe has a higher ceiling.
I feel like that too, in the fact that like he still can play.
Ben Simmons and De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, no.
That'd be
like trade
That'd be tight.
De'Aaron Fox, for Ben Simmons instead of Tyrese Halliburton. I have a higher
I think De'Aaron Fox stays too. I think if anyone trades for Ben Simmons, I think it's Buddy Hield getting out of there. Buddy Hield and something.
Yeah, but Buddy Hield's not enough.
But he's already part of it. You
that's
know what I mean?
Well, obviously that's something like Buddy Hield and like Harrison Barnes maybe. Harrison Barnes is expiring.
Harrison Barnes and Tobias Harris. Hey, figure it the fuck out. God, that's terrible.
That's good depth for the Sixers, but.
They might put in more though. I mean, they're already asking for a haul, and why wouldn't? If I'm the Kings, why wouldn't I go crazy for Ben
Right.
Simmons.
Well,
I have
maybe
nothing
they're
to
playing
lose.
the waiting game, like you guys said. Maybe he does show up and he's just lackadaisical. And he's like, nah, I'm just trying to get out of here, dude. So
Lower
they-
his stock even more though.
Yeah, so
But
the Kings are
that's
like healed and X.
and that's why I feel like the 76ers have to get rid of him before that because
Before,
it's
yeah.
just gonna go lower every single game that he's more
Yeah.
stubborn.
It's only going
Because
down
he's
from
trying
here if we're being straight.
No, yeah.
I think
going down.
the closer that you get to the season though, the offers get more serious.
Yeah,
I-
but
I-
now that
I
they
mean,
know he's not pulling up, I don't think anyone's playing their full hand.
Exactly.
I think they're just bluffing and being like, yeah, let's test
Like the
waters.
Kings kind of have to give up Buddy Hield because they say, hey, we'll give you Buddy Hield for pretty much, whatever offer makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they kind of have to give up Buddy Hield as opposed to like Tyrese Halliburton or De'Aaron Fox. But I mean, where is he gonna go, bro? Seriously,
Well,
like you can go to the Warriors.
okay,
cool.
so what I
How
was
is
thinking,
I'm not gonna say how is that gonna work, but who are they gonna give
I
up?
didn't
Wiggins.
Because there's no way in fuck I'm taking Andrew Wiggins.
And what does he do for the Sixers?
No way.
That's the tough part about the trade because like usually for these stars, you can throw like a cool young asset and a contract filler and picks, but they don't want picks.
Exactly.
Unless they're gonna flip it for something else, they want a good player. You know what I mean?
Well, for me, I mean, I see what y'all are saying, right? And I feel like the real question is like, what do you want to do with like Ben Simmons? How do you want to play him in this new like journey that he's on? You know what I mean? Are you gonna still play him the same? Is he gonna develop a jump shot? Does your organization have the ability to develop him? I feel like the Clippers would be a really good fit for him.
You want to give up Paul George?
I don't think they're giving up Paul George. I think they can.
Nah, bro, no.
Reggie and Ibaka?
Yeah, they have a lot of assets still. Yeah, they have really
I'm
good
not
depth.
taking him, bro.
Luke
What do you mean?
Kennard.
No way. I'm not giving you a 25-year-old for 333-year-olds,
Hold up,
bro.
chill.
No.
Luke
but
Kennard,
we're-
Ibaka.
Yeah, but you're just, like,
no.
okay, what did you just say though? His stock is low as hell. And it's only going lower, right?
Yeah.
So what the fuck you talking about? No
way.
no. That's a pretty good package if you
No,
think about
it's
it.
not, Robbie.
What you want another star to butt heads with this man? And
No,
be-
I want an equally young player, that young or as a prime vet.
All right,
They wanna
you
win
want,
now.
You want, but you're not gonna get it because of all the shit that's happening right now. We're just talking about how his stock went down. You confirmed that, and then you're talking about how you need to give him equal value.
I'm taking Serge Ibaka, Reggie Jackson, and Luke Kennard for Ben Simmons.
Those are
I'd rather just rock it out with those guys.
So you
Honestly,
got- so you got-
honestly,
so you got
I'd
two-
rather
wait,
rock
wait,
it out with
listen,
them on the
listen,
Clippers,
listen.
bro.
So Serge Ibaka has shown that he can guard, that he can put a body on
Serge
Giannis,
Ibaka
right?
just had back surgery. What's up?
I get you on that, and he's older, but I'm saying though that he's shown in the past that he can. Why
In
not?
the past.
Why not? Yeah, I mean,
The
he's
past.
still good, and he can shoot.
Oh shit! What happened?
So he doesn't need to be in the fucking. No, I can hear you still.
I can't hear me. That's weird. What the fuck?
Maybe your thing came out.
Did it?
The No, you're in.
Yo,
You can't hear yourself.
I don't know what happened. Like this shit just cut out.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, that's just weird, bro. It
Can
just
you hear
cut
now?
out. I can hear it now.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, we're talking about Serge Ibaka. No,
Yeah,
I'm not taking those guys.
But Serge doesn't need to be in the paint to really do that much damage on the offense side. So he can shoot, right? Luke Kennard can definitely shoot, and he's really passive. Don't get me wrong, but that's what you need when you have a Joel Embiid right there, right? Because he's the main alpha dog. You don't want any confusion with any of these other players. And then of course, we mentioned Reggie Jackson, who was proven that he can do some shit in the
Playoff
postseason
Reggie.
as well.
Yeah,
So,
that
why
Reggie
not?
Can, but
And then, of course, you have a playmaker finally to put it in the hands of your two best scorers instead of them trying to play make and do everything in isolation.
Reggie Jackson ain't no playmaker.
Huh?
Reggie Jackson ain't no playmaker.
Yeah, Reggie
He
Jackson-
not.
I'm calling Ben Simmons going to the Clippers.
Oh, okay.
And then giving it to
I was like,
two
Reggie
elite
Jackson
people.
is
No.
fucking
And
good.
then think about it this way. Think about it this way. We're calling, Paul George, two-way guy, one of the best two-way players in the game, really good on defense. And, of course, you got Kawhi, really good on defense, of course. And then Ben Simmons, the runner-up to the Defensive Player of the Year. You're talking, that's some big shot. I'd give it a lot of shit
And he's
to
in
have
LA?
that three-headed giant right there. All these three wings, and then you got – the only thing is
Nick
that
Batum.
that chemistry and those
yeah,
personalities,
yeah.
they don't look that good.
Exactly.
Sounds like a lot of drama queens in that well, not
Exactly.
drama queens, but they demand a lot as superstars.
Right.
Fresh off back surgery, Serge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, come on.
what you mean,
Like, I'm
man?
just supposed to be
Good
cool with. I'm just supposed to be cool
You
with
gotta-
Serge,
Well,
fresh
they're gonna
off
throw
back
in some
surgery.
shit too, some picks.
I
you
better
know?
get like.
they have
What
those
picks do they have?
Oh, they don't.
Exactly.
Honestly,
They
right now.
used them.
They use them.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like I'm gonna give you a 25-year-old for 3.
I'm gonna give one like
33-year-old?
5 years from now. A
Come
fucking
on,
first round
man.
pick. But think
Bro,
about
no.
it. You get two. You
Yeah,
get two real
okay.
pieces right now, or three real pieces.
It sounds nice, but if I'm Daryl Morey, hey, I either need Paul George or I need a lot in Terrence
You're
Mann.
not getting Paul George.
I'm just saying.
After Paul George, what he did in that last postseason, you're giving up Paul George, or you think that Paul George has equal value to Ben Simmons? No,
Technically, yes. Why don't
they
Why
don't.
not? Defensive Player of the Year, All Star.
No, he's not Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm just saying, runner-up Defensive Player of the Year. We have All Star.
Just for Ben Simmons.
Paul George, All Star. They're kind of shaky when it gets to roughy waters.
So you're gonna
Why
do the
not?
equal trade.
That's like if that's like when we traded Russell Westbrook for John Wall. It's the same shit. Honestly.
No, it's
That's
not
just,
the same
I would
shit.
do a straight up trade for that. Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's cool. A straight up trade for that, yeah. But you're not giving me Serge Ibaka and all them dudes, bro. No. What is this? The Lakers? No.
What's your thing with Serge, man?
This dude said
It's
he's
just
fresh
what I
off
said.
back surgery.
Anyways,
Fresh off back surgery.
Sean McVay got some shit to say. You wanna?
I actually
about
want to
your
bring
guy?
up something else with the NBA though,
What's up?
because we were talking a lot about Rajon Rondo last year,
We were.
and then the Clippers didn't really use him right,
They
and
sure
they
didn't.
were also having a lot of shit going on in the locker room there.
That was Ty's fault. Bro, how you looked at Kawhi?
What do you mean?
How you looked at Kawhi after the game?
Why was that Ty's fault?
I mean, you're the coach, right?
So he handled all the drama?
You dictate the minutes, though, right?
If people want to do drama with each other, like,
But you dictate the minutes, though, right? Right?
what does that have to do with anything?
I mean, he just should have been in certain situations that probably
Oh, you're talking about the whole
Terrence
situation.
Mann didn't need to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
Terrence Mann was cool. He showed up.
You're having.
He was crazy. He showed up. But I mean, in those situations, Rondo.
He dropped
come on.
39 in the
Conference
Utah game.
finals and Rondo's not in?
What?
Conference finals and Rondo's not in?
But Terrence Mann was showing a lot
Terrence
more.
Mann was showing a lot more. I give him that. But I mean,
but you're talking about Rajon Rondo, who didn't have any chemistry with the rest of the guys, and that's why Tyrese. That's why the other dude was in. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
And then when he was in, he made the most of his situation. So, anyway, so Rajon Rondo's now on the Lakers, though, right?
yeah.
So is Dwight Howard,
Okay.
and that was most recently, right? Or did they add another person too?
I don't know who else they would have added.
Who's the other person?
Just
Malik
Rondo.
Monk.
Was it? No, I think he was already
Malik
on there
Monk was already.
beforehand.
He
We
already
talked
signed
about
before
it.
This, yeah.
But so you're aware of the people that were brought on, man. Like we were even talking about Russell Westbrook in our last episode there. I was saying that you can't have too much talent on your team. Gifting pretty much agree with that, but also kind of still believes that there's only one ball, right?
Not anymore, because I mean, if you're playing with LeBron, it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the fuck is gonna happen, it's gonna work. So I what's the word? Digress.
Yeah.
I digress on that.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw it, I thought it was trash, but then, like, as the pieces slowly filled in around, I was like, I get it. And then that dude, I mean, a lot of people don't really like him like that, and I guess he's hated and criticized, like, more than anybody, but that dude's a bucket, and he's going to help carry the load during the regular season for sure. When it comes down to crunch time and playoffs, I don't know how that's going to go because that dude's erratic, but
Yeah.
it's a good pickup, I guess. They had to do something.
We talk about the LeBron system a lot, and when he brings on other people onto a team like J.R. Smith, turn him into a totally different player. Kevin Love, turn him into a totally different player. And those are just a couple examples, but you see this man possibly, or, like Malik Monk's joining as well. And then you also have
Kendrick Nunn,
and all those
Wayne
people.
Ellington, Kent Bazemore, Trevor Ariza.
But with Russell Westbrook, do you see him, digressing or
shooting.
progressing with it? No, I don't think that he necessarily needs to shoot. Dwayne Wade didn't need to shoot to play well with LeBron James,
He's going to do the same thing that he kind of did, like, towards his tail end of his Houston tenure, where... Like I feel like they're gonna stagger the minutes enough to where he's
okay.
he's gonna get majority of his minutes when LeBron's not on the floor, and he's kind of like not elite, the second unit. Like he'll probably be out there with the 80s sometimes, most of the time, but he's just gonna fill in all those minutes. But how it works around LeBron, I can only see maybe LeBron just posting up and doing like offhand cuts. But when have you seen LeBron do that?
Exactly. How about let's say they do go, they work out and everything, right? I just like. Do you think that the defense will take a bit of a big of a hit with it?
Wouldn't
Oh,
it get
yeah.
better?
Well, I mean, if you really look at their defenders, they literally only have LeBron, AD, of course,
And whatever's left from Trevor Ariza on a
Dwight
good
Howard,
night.
Trevor. I think Trevor Reeves is just a shooter at this point. He looked pretty bad in Portland.
He looked bad on
Well, I
the
mean,
Heat too,
damn.
and they
Well,
played him a lot of minutes.
They were playing him at the 4, so I kind of understand it because he's like, what, 6'7"?
Yeah, I think so. Something
So
like that.
defensively, he's not really what he was.
Mm.
Do you think he's gonna average a triple double?
Cool.
Russell
Russ-
Westbrook?
Nah, not playing with LeBron. No.
I probably. I mean,
Not
I
playing
wouldn't
with
doubt it.
LeBron,
I think he
though.
might. But it would be low, maybe like
11, 11, and 11.
19, 11, and 10.
Okay, do you think that Russell Westbrook will play in the last like
No.
2 minutes?
No.
Oh, all right. So like never, or
Regular
because,
season, he will.
But playoffs, no way.
do you think that in the
Uh-huh.
regular season? Okay, because that's what that was more of my question. Is that like I kind of believe that they won't put him out there in the last 2 minutes one time,
Can't.
and they're gonna see that they're gonna do a lot better, and it's gonna be a little weird, but I definitely think that like they can figure it out as it goes. You know what I mean?
But I mean, that's why you kind of get Rondo, because that's the guy I'd rather have in the last 4 minutes of the game. Tight, real tight game. Up by 3, down by 3. You know what I'm saying? I trust Rondo's decision making more than Russell Westbrook.
What do you think that's gonna do to his ego? Do you think they put him as a 2 maybe?
Hey, bro, when you play for the Lakers,
'Cause
leave
they
the
traded
ego at
KCP.
leave the ego at the fucking door. When you yes or no?
Yeah.
When you play for the Lakers and when you play with LeBron, leave the ego at the door. Yes,
And Russ don't even.
leave
he
it
don't
at
defend
the
anything.
door.
He gonna what?
He don't defend anything.
That's all. So I was
He's been
kind of.
toast as a defender the last couple of years.
That's true.
I
I was
swear.
saying.
No,
Last,
I believe it. I believe it.
but I was saying that last episode that basically like his tenacity and the way that he plays kind of takes over that thing
When they get
of-
hurt.
of deep. His
I hope
injuries
not,
too.
man.
But that's like with the whole Lakers squad though, right? They just got
Yeah,
more.
you just gotta
old,
hope
bro.
that they're
You
healthy.
think they got more
old.
injury prone?
Did they get more injury prone? Because I mean, Dwight Howard played the majority of his games and he was healthy. Malik Monk, he's young, he'll be all right. Kendrick Nunn, he's young, he'll be all right. AD got a question mark on him. Kent Bazemore seemed okay when he was playing in Atlanta, so I'll buy on that.
He
Wayne
was washed in
Ellington,
Golden State last year.
yeah, he was washed in Golden State last year. Wayne Ellington, who knows?
He's just
Who
shooting.
knows?
He's projected starter, bro.
He's just shooting.
I don't think he's gonna be starting either. That's
Only
gonna be
reason
crazy.
he's out there.
All right. So we were talking about that point guard. We also talked about in the last episode about Kemba Walker going to the Knicks finally. Now you're a Knicks fan.
Yeah, how do you feel about
how do you
that
feel
shit,
about
bro?
that? I feel like in the last episode I was explaining to it that basically they have a better fit for him in that spot. In that they were kind of wanting him to be a complete facilitator playmaker in the Celtics uniform, but now on the Knicks they're asking him to be a shot creator,
Bucket getter.
a bucket getter. You feel me? And then also they asked Barrett and of course Julius Randle to use their left hands or stop using left hands and use their right hand instead. How you feel about these Knicks, especially with him coming in? Does he take a lot of minutes from RJ, and does that stop his development?
No, not really. It's a low, excuse me. It's a low risk, high reward. We only signed him for $8 million, and then we have Quickly and D Rose. D Rose, as obviously, it's my favorite player of all time. But anything past 30 minutes, and he's not the same. Quickly is still young. Not really the best defender because obviously he's very thin. Not
Bucket
saying
getter.
He'll grow into it, though.
Yeah, he'll grow into
That's
it,
cool.
but
And then not
that'd
saying
be nice.
Kemba's an upgrade on defense or anything, but
Thank you.
he'll probably start. But I think D Rose, though, they're definitely gonna run a lot of dual guard lineups and then just move RJ to the 3 probably.
Do you have any hope in Evan Fournier?
I mean, he's an alright player. we for sure overpaid. Like, could have got in my opinion, he's worth anywhere from 10 to 14 tops.
Yeah.
I think we gave him 17 a year, annually.
So even last year, Thibodeau was basically sitting people down and not really playing them if they weren't playing the right type of defense there. And he's pretty stubborn about it. He's stubborn with his lineups as well. So when you look at Kemba and you look at, the 3 years talking about multiple guard lineups and everything, having small people like on the court, it doesn't sound too good when it comes to like his defensive objectives. You know what I mean? When it comes to Thibodeau.
Nah. Kemba got exposed.
Yeah, I feel like
last two years in Boston.
Yeah, bad too. And I see it just being that he's gonna fulfill just one role and actually do really, really well at it because he's not trying to be passive and stuff. And I feel like his personality fits that role more. But overall, like I feel like somebody's got to get less minutes out of all those three that are kind of fighting for it. And I feel like RJ is gonna be the one because I feel like quickly
that would suck.
That's just me though.
No, I don't agree. I mean,
you guys are talking crazy talk over here.
I mean, it seems like
RJ why would they cut our cornerstone who's only 21 years old and getting better?
I'm not saying they're gonna cut him. I just don't think because I mean
cut his minutes. Okay. Why would they do that?
Because I believe that Quickly has a better potential than RJ does.
Ooh.
And then D Rose when he's on the court and Thibodeau again is stubborn about it that he likes him when he's playing. You know what I mean? And his productiveness when he is on the court. You're saying when he gets tired, yeah, he's pretty old and luckily he's a six man, so he comes off the bench type stuff, so he's not getting that much minutes. But with Kemba coming in, that's a lot of minutes, and then the way that Thibodeau like strategizes stuff, I feel like one of the guards have to take less.
Kemba's not playing more than 25 minutes. That's facts. And then second, RJ's not really a guard.
Yeah, I mean, he can switch up, and he's really,
for sure.
He just looks smaller because he's thin.
RJ's like 6'7", 6'9".
He's
RJ's a big dude, bro.
Yeah. I think he's like 6'7" though.
6'7", 6'8", maybe.
He's 6'8". One of those two. Yeah,
maybe.
He's a big dude. He's a big dude.
Yeah, Google that. He might be like 6'7".
He played and then I wasn't saying they were gonna run a
6'6".
I wasn't saying they're gonna run a 3-guard lineup. I was just saying they're gonna run a lot of dual point guard lineups where Kemba and D Rose will play together. Because D Rose and Quickly played a lot together last year.
Yeah,
it works out fine.
So who do you think bites the bullet on that rotation then?
I don't think anybody. He's just gonna
Interesting. It's gonna be a good.
He's pretty bad with.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a good rotation.
Like, Kemba's just gonna slide into like is it Alec Burks? I think it was Alec Burks. I don't remember. We lost one of our wings, and Kemba's just pretty much gonna slide into that role. There was enough minutes for everybody, because like I said, especially in the playoffs, bro. D Rose was playing 32 minutes. No, it wasn't Alec Burks. He's still there. They re-signed him. Reggie Bullock. That's who
Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock went to the Mavs.
Yep.
So they're gonna split those minutes up between Fournier and of course my boy Kemba. I don't think Quickly's minutes are being touched, but he's not gonna play more than 25 minutes. He's still developing. He can't run an offense yet. And then, like I said, with D Rose doesn't have the stamina, and Kemba's got a bum knee. So
yeah,
they'll figure it out. And then Fournier's not even playing 2-guard a lot anyways. He can play at 32. He's a big.
He can take a lot of different multi-faceted position type of dude. Just a wing that can pretty much do a lot of things, but didn't show up in the playoffs again.
Well, as soon as he got there, he got COVID, so I feel for him.
We were talking about that with like Cam and everything.
That?
Yeah.
He's not gonna get demonetized.
So, all right, let's get on to that part, right? We're just talking about an athlete being affected by COVID. I remember last year Cam got COVID, right?
Yeah.
He was performing pretty well. You were really high on him.
I was.
Cam then got COVID, of course, and then it kind of didn't just have the same projection as he had in the beginning of the year and kind of tailed off. Of course, shit happened. And now the Patriots, of course, drafted Mac Jones. After drafting Mac Jones, Cam messed up with the COVID protocols that was happening recently for the NFL, the new implemented shit, and having everybody like forcefully get some COVID shit, or they're gonna have to listen to some like guidelines so that they can stay in the game. Of course, Cam messed up on it. Apparently, he just wasn't aware of how it goes. Gifton, you're really high on Cam, and now he's released from the Patriots.
How many passing touchdowns he had last year?
What was that video? Like 3?
It was 8 seconds.
It was.
Man.
I think
Dude,
man,
it was
Bro,
I think he had like 8.
Bro, he sent me the most fucked up video one day of Cam's touchdowns this season. It was like 25 seconds.
Oh,
dude,
Lord.
I don't even think it was that, brother. I think
was it his passing touchdowns too? Yeah, see, 8, and then he had 10 interceptions.
Man.
He played 15 games.
Damn.
I think. How many rushing touchdowns did he have? Go ahead, Gifton. Though, what were you saying?
8.
I hate to say it, man, but I think it's over, brother. I hate to say it,
Come
but I
on,
think
man.
it's
How you
over.
gonna give up on him that quick?
Because-
I think
bro.
he goes to Washington.
He had 13. He had 13 rushing touchdowns and 6
I don't
fumbles.
know.
Ron
'Cause
Rivera.
I mean, Fitzmagic is there.
Yeah, but Fitzmagic loves to be rotated,
no
bro.
one cares about Fitzmagic.
But I'm
Like, he's a
just-
good
Ah,
quarterback.
You're a big advocate for Fitzmagic.
I am. I
then
like
if I'm-
Fitzmagic.
And then if I'm Washington, I don't know. I kind of
But if
like Tyron
you're a
Heineke.
GM, do you care about him? No, dude. You're like, if I can upgrade, and especially Ron Rivera, and not saying he'll come in and just take his job, but he'll be there.
Yeah, he can be. There was
Taylor Heineke. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, I'd rather develop him than get Cam and
I don't even
get
think he
only
can develop him. How old is
three-
Taylor Heineke?
nothing.
Is he that
bro.
old?
He ain't nothing, man.
He came
He's
from,
literally
like,
I mean,
just,
we don't know yet.
he's literally just
We
like
don't know yet.
He,
had one
he
good
came
se-
from like
he
the
had-
AFL or the
but he had
CFL or
one-
something.
he
He had
literally
one
played
good season.
one. No, he didn't
Not
even
even
play
a
a season,
season.
bro. He
Damn,
played literally like one
He
game.
played one game and got hurt.
He
How
did
old is he?
well.
Check how old is he, man.
But Heineke?
He's like, what, 28?
Is it Tyler or Taylor?
I don't know, bro.
Tyler?
We'll figure it out.
Heineke.
Yeah, there you go.
So what? You give up on him, man?
He's
I mean,
28.
It's
On
not
the
that
gun.
it's not that I'm giving up
On the
on
gun,
him, but it's
Gifton.
just 28 on the gun. Ooh,
Mystic
that's
Mac, I
crazy.
predict these two.
It's not that I'm giving
Yeah,
up
but he
on him.
played one game. He's played 8 games his whole career, man.
Oh wow, fuck! Everybody take that back. It's not that
It's
I
just,
give.
it's just the way that new systems are with the NFL. If you're able to run, you can make a lot of things
Yeah,
happen.
it's-
And he had a really
Tannehill.
good fucking defense.
It's not that I give up on him. It's just where is he gonna go?
Ryan Tannehill.
And it seems like everybody has. Right, Tannehill. Everybody has like a decent backup, or you know what I'm saying. They got their young guns in the back, learning from whoever started. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not Chicago. It's what? Oakland, New York, the Jets,
Well,
maybe the Giants. What football team? Yeah, but I mean, realistically, where is his pool, bro? Where is he gonna land?
But exactly, man. That's why I'm trying.
So that's
I get
why,
what
like,
you're
I'm
saying.
not giving.
But-
I mean, like, I'm kind of giving up, but I'm not. But bro, where the
That guy's
fuck is he
landing
gonna
spot.
Hey,
go?
you're being political now. Yeah, I think
guess
this. I think
so.
it's a smart thing to say that he's not going to play anywhere else, especially this season. If you're not going to get vaccinated, I'm not trying to be political. I'm just being straight up. They're not going to really bring you into to an organization, bro. You put at risk your whole team as to lose games. You know what I mean? Especially as a quarterback, it's a really big part of the position. I don't really see him at least this year going anywhere or trying to figure it out so that he can get an opportunity when he's a big risk for the whole fucking football team. They're being really strict about this shit. He already got, suspended one time. I think somebody was saying that, like, if you test positive for COVID on Friday of 1 week, then you miss 2 games because of how close the games are going to be together.
Right.
Close to that Friday. So, I mean, just the risk of losing your quarterback due to COVID, and then at the same time might be losing a lot of other players too. I just don't think that he'll be able to find it just this year because of what's going on and shit.
Yeah.
But bro, like, I wasn't wishing the worst on Cam Newton, but even now, like, if his talent's already kind of in question, and then of course you got the risk involved, man. I think you're right. I don't think that he's gonna be able to find another job and really do what he's able to do there. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are saying, the Washington football team. I finally said it.
Thank God.
But like, I don't know, man. Like, you already have Fitzmagic. You already have the right pieces there.
Ain't that crazy? Wasn't he just shitting on me for saying that they have Fitzmagic?
What?
You.
No, I wasn't. He was saying like Fitzmagic's good, but like Cam could
wasn't
be
shitting on
go
him.
on the back. I wasn't shitting on
I
him.
didn't even say that. I just said
I don't
when
think-
you're a GM, you're not blocking. Fitzmagic is not blocking you from making moves.
Yeah, I mean,
That dude's like 38.
he does have a close thing with Ron Rivera, so I get where that's coming from. Maybe somebody gets injured, or if like this guy has like 3 or 4 interceptions in the first 2 games or some shit, he'll probably bring him on. But nah, man, like I'm not bringing this man on just because of that risk. I feel like. But let's go to the Patriots, right?
Mac Jones.
How do you feel about Mac Jones now, Gifton? You were kind of preaching a lot about him, but you wanted Cam to really bring it on.
No, yeah, I
You're the
definitely
one who
wanted.
said
Yeah,
backwards
I
and
definitely wanted Cam to bring it on home for the Patriots. But I mean, hey, like I said, I can't remember what episode it was. There's a reason why he traded up to get Mac Jones.
Do you think that they are? we said all the shit. Remember about all the tight ends that
Yeah.
are with them now,
Yep.
all the people that are returning. They also got Nelson.
The opt-outs.
The opt-outs, yeah. The Nelson Aguilar is coming back.
Mhm.
I mean, is on the team now too.
Right.
I mean, the Patriots are the Patriots with Bill Belichick, of course. You know. Do you see them setting off my Bills team? Because I picked Josh Allen.
Bro, come on, man. Josh Allen's gonna smoke them.
Do you really think that?
Smoke.
It always happens in the NFL, right? You have one good season and everybody just throws everything out the window and you're just that person or whatever is more recent. That's who you are and shit. They also have an extra year of film on them, right?
Right.
I mean, like Jared Goff always played very well against fucking Patrick Mahomes that one game against the Chiefs. I also had a Super Bowl run.
Them, man.
Jared Goff.
What I'm saying is that
Pat Mahomes, you motherfucker.
who compared Pat Mahomes to him?
You did.
You did.
I didn't. I was saying. So what I'm saying is that Josh Allen right now, right?
Okay.
I said there was a lot into him and he can do a lot, right?
Yep.
I feel like you had 1 year of good shit,
Mm-hmm.
and now you got like a lot of tape on you.
Yeah.
And the Bills, for me, I don't really think that they're that much of a good like organization. They definitely have a different coach, and they brought in a new culture and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think that the Jets, like, as much as they're gonna fucking suck, I think that they're gonna surprise a couple people because of their new quarterback and shit.
Right.
Because there's no film on him.
Right.
You seen Joe Burrow go crazy. You seen
we didn't even see Joe Burrow go crazy. I mean, there's
he
film
got
on
hurt,
him,
but
yeah,
I'm
but he
saying,
got
like,
hurt.
he threw like 60 fucking passes and like won games for the Bengals, even though they were shitty.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say is like, I believe that the Bills are a target on their back.
Yes.
That like they might not do well, and I think the biggest reason is because when they face the Patriots, they're going to be a well-oiled machine. They're going to go ahead and take those games. I also don't think that the Dolphins are going to do well either. So I was really high on Josh Allen last year. I don't think I am this year. I think I picked the Patriots to win the division.
That's disrespectful because I'd actually.
Bro, do you see Mac Jones? You don't have to do that much. Bro, when you're the Patriots, all you have to do is make the right pass at the right time, and you're chill.
Josh McDaniels.
Who else is going to... He literally does what they want him to do. They don't want Cam rushing for everything, my fucking quarterback getting hurt and risk everywhere.
Balls to dude.
Yeah, like they just
overthrown by 15 feet.
like just be precise. We can run the football too. We literally we're so good at the running back position. We traded to the Rams right now. So I mean, for me, I think Bill Belichick knows what he does. He's got a lot of new players, or a lot of players that are even coming back. And that offense, we mentioned those guys, bro. Having two good tight ends with the Patriots roster,
that's gonna be
you can do a lot with them, and that's a lot easy. Remember how we were talking about how it's gonna cater to Cam and his way of working?
Yes.
Mac Jones with the
two
fresh
tight
arm,
ends who can catch.
Right.
Who can catch, who can run, who can one can block better than the other, but they're just. What do you say for FIFA, bro? Agility, balance,
power, speed, physicality.
That's what they brought in right now.
Shout out
and then,
Kyle
of course,
Walker.
They have the home run hitter in Nelson Aguilar as well.
Yup.
Like that's what Tom Brady did. Dink dunk, dink dunk. Oh, they're gonna play me close now. Throw it over the top.
Exactly.
So I have some high hopes for this guy. They released Cam Newton for a reason. They released him.
Yeah.
Bro, they have so much confidence. They released him. So with everything in mind, man, I feel like the Patriots are gonna be back on top. Okay. Coaching means a lot.
Yeah.
And when you got a good little piece on that, it's gonna do well. What do you think, Aaron? What they got? They got the Jets in there. They got the Bills in there. They got the Patriots. I'm missing one more team there. I can't really think about.
Isn't it Carolina?
No, not Carolina.
Minnesota.
Oh, Dolphins. Dolphins are in there. So all of them are in there, man. The Dolphins got to. They are looking pretty good. They're well coached. You definitely got the Bills with Josh Allen and that well coached team. Of course, Stephon Diggs and everything.
Yeah.
Patriots as well.
He's out for a minute too.
Really?
Is he?
He's out for like 7 weeks.
Damn.
He got hurt.
Recently?
Yeah. You didn't see that?
No.
Man, let me pull it up.
I'll look it up right now.
Pull it up. Look it up.
What you think, man?
Now that I'm hearing this, I probably do got the Patriots. But before that, Stephon Diggs was healthy. I had the Bills edging them out, and then I think the Pats would still make the playoffs, but probably in the wild card spot, obviously. But yeah, dude, Josh Allen went crazy once they gave him Stephon Diggs, and he had actual people to throw to. Dude just became mad accurate. You know what I mean? And That dude was going crazy.
And they got good defense with Tre'Davious White leading, so it's like
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
That's a good team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm actually surprised that you like digressed with Buffalo, because I feel like Buffalo was a game away from proving themselves as a true contender.
So Stephon Diggs is back at practice right now.
That's August 24th.
We're talking about Stephon Gilmore.
No, we talking
No,
about
he's on
Stephon
Stephon
Diggs.
Diggs.
Oh, my bad. I was talking about
Gilly's
Stephon
on the
Gilmore.
Pats.
No, I was talking about Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, no.
My
okay.
bad.
Okay.
I don't even think
My bad,
Stephon
my bad, my
Gilmore's
bad, my
on
bad.
he's on the Patriots,
Yeah,
right?
he's on the Pats.
Yeah, my bad. I was talking
Gilly.
about Stephon Gilmore.
I was talking about
Not
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Gilmore
Nah,
got hurt.
Stephon Gilmore got hurt.
That's
Yeah.
still very big though.
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying.
definitely very big. The only thing is that the Patriots know how to make
Replace
a
people,
corner
dude.
that.
Yeah,
True.
they'll pick
True.
me up off the street.
Come on, man.
No, I know. I know.
Get him going.
I know.
Yeah, I'll be out there covering routes.
Bill's just gonna yell at him all practice, man.
Dude,
Will, I said a wheel route.
I'm guarding what's his name, Cole Beasley. I'm taking
Cole
I'm
Beasley.
taking
All right,
him
You
down.
can take Cole
Now that
Beasley.
you
Yeah,
know
exactly.
Stephon Diggs is back,
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stick with my original prediction. I think the Bills are gonna edge it.
Uh,
The Pats are very good, dude, but that's a good division. But in my opinion, if I were the Dolphins, I would rather take a step back than a step forward because I think they can still build a little more around Tua, who's very young.
yeah.
So I wouldn't really stress on winning. Obviously, you don't want to lose and tank. Don't do that. But try and get a better pick than trying to, drastically. Out to week 7.
Out till week 7.
Gilly.
Stephon Gilmore.
Shout out Gilly. That's a goat right there. But
That sucks.
not for real. That dude's good though.
Yeah, he's good as fuck.
Cornerstone.
Yeah, fucking
Cornerstone defender.
defensive player of the year. I don't know about Cornerstone. Just
Well, I
yet.
mean, for
Nah,
the
he's
Patriots,
for
for the
sure.
Patriots,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was
For
good
the
at-
Patriots,
but he's getting older
yes.
now.
Dude,
Doesn't matter.
It don't
Dude,
matter.
it does have.
No,
it
because
does matter with corners.
no,
He's
because
goated.
Okay, yes,
He
because I
earned
remember
his
the conversation.
stripes.
I remember the conversation we had, but I mean, it's the same way that was it the Rams that had Andrew Whitworth?
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
1 in a million though.
But that's the guys you
Gilly.
still got to keep around, though.
But he just got hurt.
Bro looked like Ty Dolla Sign. Tell me
He
he,
does
don't.
look- he does
He
look
looked
like
like Ty Dolla Sign.
You know what I'm saying?
Bills over Pats though. The Pats are gonna keep it close just because Bill Belichick is rejuvenated.
Bills over Pats.
And if you historically look at them, whenever they go crazy on tight ends, is always tight ends that can catch the ball. And the last time you look, they had 2 tight ends like this. Is not to bring them up, but Aaron Hernandez and of
Gronk.
course Gronk.
Gronk.
I think they got Gronk in the second, Hernandez in the fourth. So those are high picks in football.
I just believe that you mentioned the Dolphins, right? They have the potential to beat the Bills. Like I think the Bills are the better team, but I think that
I think
they
all
have the
3 of those
potential,
teams
right?
can beat each other.
I think the
Yeah.
New York Jets are
Oh,
going to
even-
surprise them one
even
year,
the Dolphins?
one game.
Yeah. I think
Ooh,
I think the Dolphins can beat the I'm not saying like for the
No,
for
but
the
it's a good game.
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah.
game.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So whenever they play interdimensional
Okay.
or division type shit,
Uh,
interdivision.
Intergalactical.
But like whenever you play somebody within your division, you're going crazy
always
because
tough.
Yeah.
you're gonna play
Those
them 2 games a
mean
year.
a lot.
Mm.
You fuck yeah. of
So
course
so
they
is it like
So-
when the Yankees and the Mets play? Like those
Well,
3 games matter the most.
That's just a rivalry, but
Right.
excuse me. But in football, like head-to-head matchups actually matter for seeding and playoff
Yeah,
position.
okay.
So in basketball, it's just
Tiebreakers.
conferences,
Uh-huh.
and then the divisions don't really matter. Where
Right.
in those
Exactly.
other sports, the divisions really do matter.
Okay.
So
for,
like that's why
for home field advantage, right?
well, not just that, but like
Playoff,
for
playoff
example,
seeding.
Okay.
the Cowboys hosted a game,
Right.
wild card game, and the wild card team had a better record than them.
Right.
And because they won the
Because you can win your look at Washington. Look at Washington.
The Washington football team did
Washington
it, but
won their
the Cowboys
division
did it
with
a couple times, too.
with under what are they 7-9 last
Yeah,
year?
they're
7-9, I think
But they won that sorry ass division.
Right. Okay. I see. what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
and they
I see
almost
what you're
beat
saying.
the Bucks. No, I'm just kidding.
Taylor Heineke.
And then Tom Brady was like, "My name is Tom Brady."
So,
said-
Gifton, you gave up on Cam Newton. Are you giving up on the Patriots too, or are you having another team?
I think
Patriots going crazy.
I think Mac Jones is gonna have a season like Baker Mayfield his first couple of years there. He's gonna be fun to look at, but he's not gonna do shit.
It's
not
what
any
17
shits.
games or is it?
It's gonna be 17 games this year.
Oh
So,
yeah,
I'm
They're
going-
doing a
I'm
new thing,
going-
right?
We should have did it over and under the ball. That would have been a good.
I
segment.
mean, fuck.
Nah, that's a little too late. To
Yeah,
pull it up,
you're
but
right.
That would have been a
You're
good
right.
thing.
Just because
Gotta
we,
be- yeah.
we gotta look at the schedule.
True.
When does season start? Like
Next week, doesn't it?
On the 9th.
Next week.
On the 9th.
Today's the third. It's the
Yeah.
second. Yeah,
second.
that's crazy.
Okay, so you
I got Pats on 10-7 though.
Ooh, really?
To win the division,
Damn.
then they have to win 11 games.
Yeah,
So
I think I think
11 wins it.
I'd have to say 7 and 10. Nah, 6 and 10.
6 and 10.
Part of me deep down.
No, you're right.
17
7 and 10.
games.
7 and 10.
games.
Yeah.
There you go.
Part of me deep down wants. I want to say the Bills are gonna go like 14.
That's what I'm
30,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
I
they
think the
can.
Bills are
I'm
gonna
not-
have.
No, they
I
can.
think
They're
the
a better
Bills are
roster.
gonna.
Don't
I
get
think
me wrong.
the Bills are
I
gonna
just think
take.
they're going to be
I
better
really
coached.
think the Bills are gonna take off this year because they got that fire under their ass when they was
And
playing
they got a
Kansas
whole
City
year
last
of continuity.
year.
Yeah.
Exactly, and they, right, bro.
Yeah.
I honestly think the Bills are gonna take off this
They
year.
got killed by
Josh Allen,
KC last year.
Josh Allen got that good taste in him. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck. And then
I'm
it
telling
was
you,
Josh.
they got
bro,
a year. They
Josh
got a year under
Allen
his belt,
stayed
as in like
when
some video.
yeah, but
they
when,
got some tape on him.
Exactly what happened to Lamar Jackson after his MVP season.
A lot of different people.
when
man. It always
Kansas
happens to
City
everybody.
when Kansas City won, who stayed on the field to watch them celebrate? Josh Allen.
Jamal Crawford.
No, it was Stephon Diggs.
No, was it Stephon
Yeah,
Diggs?
it was
Stephon
both of
Diggs.
them, wasn't it?
I think it was just Stephon.
I think one might have came and got the other, but I think it was Stephon Diggs.
It's
You know how
Stephon, I
much of
see
a
you.
fire that lights under your ass
He's a wide
to lose
receiver,
to
though.
Pat. But I'm just
I feel it.
saying,
He getting the
though,
ball 8 times a
8
game.
times a game.
8 times a game.
There's only so much he could do.
But so
Justin Fields.
we had our picks right there.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. Yeah, I had a little typo here. From going from one young quarterback to another here, Justin Fields of the Bears. You were very adamant.
They need to start Justin Fields.
You were
There's no
very
reason.
adamant.
There's
very,
no
very
reason
early.
to play Andy Dalton.
There's literally no reason to play Andy Dalton.
There's no reason to play Andy
Because-
Dalton.
Because Justin Fields, if you really think about it, even if he's a step below Andy Dalton, the dude is, how old is he?
I think he's
How old is
21?
Andy?
20. Justin Fields is 26?
Oh no! Not, I thought you were talking about Andy Dalton.
no.
Nah, Justin
Andy
Fields
Dalton's
is like
26.
21,
20, yeah, something like that, because juniors, blah, 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 and whatnot in college. But he has room to grow. Like, just let him, like, the Bears do not have Super Bowl aspirations right now.
No.
They can aspire to win their division, but just let him get all his mistakes out in his first half of the season, the first 5, 6, 7 games.
He's 22.
And then by the back half of the season, you have, hopefully, your cornerstone quarterback.
Right.
Don't play the Red Rocket right
That's
now.
what I'm saying, bro.
The Red Rifle, I'm
He
sorry.
thought I was crazy. I was
Well,
like, bro,
listen,
they
well-
need to start Justin Fields over Andy Dalton.
All right, well, listen real quick, and then you can rebuttal if you want.
I got something
I
to
just
say.
want to say. So we seen in the preseason he got hit like a motherfucker, right?
Who,
Like,
Justin Fields?
yeah, he got
Oh,
hit
yeah.
bad
Walk it,
because
matey.
they literally just didn't pick up a coverage and whack on his blind side too. So
Yeah.
he really got hit pretty bad. Oh, actually not on his blind side. It was right up on him. That's crazy. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that, like, you know, this team's not really ready, especially on the offensive side. And sometimes it takes a little bit to get your offensive line all in order, right? It might have been second stringers and stuff because he does play with a second string squad. Of course, yeah, Andy Dalton's the starter. They named him the starter in the first place. But like, they don't really have too much going for them other than a semi-good defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when it comes to the Bears squad, I would rather them have Andy Dalton lose the job rather than this guy come in and already look like shit. And then everybody's getting on him, all the media, especially in Chicago. They can't get the QB right. Let him fail.
But the
behind
shit
the
makes you
scenes.
grow.
You got to think about it from the Bears fans, bro.
The shit makes
Bears
you
fans
grow.
perspective.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to say.
These dudes
So-
have been going crazy for years, and they finally have a little glimmer of hope. And you're
Right.
telling me Andy Red Rifle Dalton
but why
is gonna
wouldn't you?
play.
Well, okay, but do you feel like there's any risk with playing Justin Fields early, or do you feel like there's less risk once they play
No,
him a
because
little
I'm
bit
trying
down
to
the
sell
line?
seats.
We're not. That's different.
I'm trying to
we're
sell
not,
seats.
We're not in a Joe Burrow situation where the O line in front of him is just
ass.
nincompoop. You know
It's
what
pretty,
I mean?
it's pretty bad, but it's not.
Well, it's not a total unit. It's not a total unit. Oh my god!
New
It's
unit,
not a,
new
yeah,
it?
it's not
Yeah,
a,
no worries. I fuck up all the time. This guy corrects me all the time.
Yeah, it's not a. You know what I mean? So like they have some continuity to where at least they understand the game plan. Like there's another. Damn, dude, it slipped my mind. I was literally just listening to a pod about it the other day. But so like for the 49ers, it's also very different because like you don't want to throw Trey Lance in here.
No, you
like
don't.
start him because you know your team is ready to win right now. You know Jimmy G can at least provide constant success.
Yeah.
So, like what Bob said, you're going to make Jimmy G lose it before Trey Lance is just the undisputed starter.
Right.
With this team, it's different because what do you got to lose? 1. 2, you guys drafted this guy that high for a reason, coming off of the whole Trubisky era, and you're telling me Andy Dalton's going to come through?
Well, okay, but you literally just mentioned fucking Who messed up? Oh, Joe Burrow. You just mentioned Joe Burrow.
Well,
right?
that's totally.
Like,
As I said, that's a totally different
No,
scenario.
I get
the,
it.
The Bengals were, bro.
I know they're really bad.
We could have been on that line, man.
I get it.
I'm about $1.55.
What? But well, I'm just saying. Okay, so there's 17 games. That means there's another game to fuck up.
Yeah.
Right.
And I understand like you don't want to still fuck up any games, but that just allows like this team to kind of learn what it's made of and shit. And they dealt with a lot of shit. Why can't they deal with it a little bit more?
So why are you gonna learn with a different quarterback and then just switch it up?
That's what I'm trying to
different.
say.
Well,
Like,
because
Matt Nagy is gonna open up his
All right.
playbook to
So-
100% with Justin Fields. Well, not 100%, but way more with Justin Fields because he
Probably
can
like
run.
50.
He can
Yeah,
run.
Well, check it out real
Andy
quick.
Dalton,
So
Andy Dalton can't move
before I
side to
go,
side.
when I used to play baseball, right?
Oh, shit.
I used to put the
Hell,
little
we
sock
don't
on.
care about
Hold
you.
up,
We playing
cuz.
baseball.
Shut up. So I put the little cone, a little sock on it to make it heavier, so I can go ahead and like get some really
Talking
heavy
about the
swings
donut?
going. Yeah, the little donut. So it can.
The
There's a
sock.
little sock
Yeah,
too,
yeah, I
and then
know
it
what
had
you're
like
talking
little powder in it.
Yeah.
But you can swing and it's heavier, right? And then when you take it off, then it's a lot easier to swing, and then you can get a lot more bats because you're used to another type of thing. So I feel
And
like
they
that's the
throw a
same
changeup.
way with and then they throw a changeup. I feel like that's the same way with their offense. So you have Andy Dalton in there. Everything's going to be a little bit harder to do because he's not as athletic. He's not. I'm sure he doesn't have the same type
Andy
of
Dalton
arm
is the
as Justin
changeup
Fields
to
does.
that equation.
So, but that's the thing. Like, why can't you do that in the first place, right? I'm not saying towards like your changeup ideal. I'm just saying like, why can't you do that part where it's like give these guys the sock, give these guys the donut at first, so it's like a little bit of a handicap, and then when Justin, because if I'm GM, I'm planning on this guy losing the job, so this guy can
definitely.
win it.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
You get me? I don't want a youngin like basically this is our last resort. Like we gotta believe in this guy. But if they start him right there, it's like, oh, they put this fucking youngin in there and he fucks up, and like everybody doesn't believe in this guy because they had a second option or they had Andy Dalton who actually brought teams to the playoffs. So I know it's been a long time since he's done that. I just believe that, you have more games to fuck up on. You already don't really have a great line. This other guy can win you at least one of the next 3 games, and then start this guy at 3-4 games in, and after 3-4 other practices, hopefully, and 3 more other times of like getting the playbook down and shit. So I mean that's just me. Like I understand if I'm a fucking Bears fan, like there's no real experience like actually getting in a real fucking game.
Mhm.
I get that part, but when I see Burrow going down with that shit. Deshaun Watson had an injury as well.
Well, those are two
those are
total anomalies because
exactly.
one, Deshaun Watson he's kind of like at fault for his injuries because if you remember, that dude was just scrambling in the pocket, obviously because like it collapsed.
Yeah, I mean,
but he was
that's
trying
a
to
strong
he was
point
trying
in
to be
this
a
guy,
hero.
too. Like that's a main part that makes this guy better because he's able to scramble, he's able to get away and actually make a play out of it. So I mean, I get it. Like, if I'm a Chicago fan, I'm starting him.
Well, he's more of
I
a
get
runner than I'm gonna scramble out the pocket and make a
Yeah.
play. He's like, I'm gonna just take off.
calculated runs.
Yeah.
They say he can run a 4.4. They say he can run a
Ah,
4.4.
smoke that fool.
Woo!
But man,
With the Vapor Maxes on.
Nah, with the Doc Martens on, big dog. He know to ask about me. I don't know.
man, the red ones. All right,
The
but
red ones.
let's think about it. Right,
What's up?
we're just talking about Justin Fields, another new quarterback to a new team.
Mm.
What were you talking about? Sean McVay, right? You
Yeah.
wanted to introduce that one.
Yeah. Let me.
Sean McVay calls it. What does it say, Gifton?
Some rare shit. Data backs it up, and I guess the main question is, as a Rams fan, which you are,
No, I was kidding.
how do you honestly feel about Matt Stafford trying to breathe in a new breath of fresh air for the Rams?
Sean McVay about to open up that playbook finally.
Yep, that's it.
He didn't trust Jared Goff.
You know what happened?
Doesn't
man?
that suck to see though?
No, I don't think it sucks to see. I like.
Jared Goff was cheeks.
All right, I'm still a
Even
Jared
after
Goff
the
fan.
Super Bowl?
Hey, I'm still a Jared Goff fan. Don't get me wrong. Like I was really high on him. I was saying more of like the rest of the team definitely has to make up for what this guy's gonna do. But if he's healthy, he can bring us to the promised land. I don't doubt that. But now that you have Matthew Stafford, the talent you've seen is definitely better than Goff's in that way. But my biggest thing is that I've seen Jared Goff without McVay, and then I've seen him with McVay, right?
Mm.
I've seen Matthew Stafford without McVay, and now I haven't seen it with McVay yet.
Right.
And McVay continues to always show like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. I have a photographic memory, all this extra shit. Dog, this guy's talking about how he's a bad motherfucker. How, look at the receivers that we have.
Right.
Look at the tight end. We just got Sony Michel from the Patriots.
Yeah, that was clutch.
Again, the Rams continue to find offensive linemen and make them well at their position. They're not the best, of course, but when you lose that many players, like that happens all the time. So our ability to continue to make like a factory of offensive linemen is gonna help too. So I think like he's got the full package, man. Like you could say a lot. Okay, this is how I want to kind of project it or make a comparison, right?
Okay.
I talk a lot of shit about who get them from the Raiders. Derek Carr, right? And Derek Carr actually has a lot better like winning percentage, like stats in a way when it comes to like turnover ratio and shit. But Matthew Stafford, of course, has more yards and has more touchdowns.
Yeah.
But Derek Carr is Derek Carr, and I talk a lot of shit about Derek Carr, right?
Sure
and
do.
I thought about it, and I was like, the Raiders are a terrible organization, just like the Lions are a terrible organization too, right? And so I kind of made the comparison. I was like, fuck, like I talk a lot of shit about Derek Carr, and for me to say all this good shit about Matthew Stafford is pretty like hypocritical, right?
It sure is.
So I feel like,
motherfucker.
so I feel like now there's two main differences, right?
Right.
Like everybody talks about the organization. We even talk about it like it takes a whole team. It takes the chemistry in the locker
Yes,
room.
it does.
A
Yes,
lot
it
of
does.
the people like
Yes.
they need to fit their roles and shit.
Yes, it does.
And I feel like that's what's happening right now. You know, everybody's gonna fit their role. McVay has a new toy. The toy can do everything that he wants him to do. And then of course you have the top top three defense from last year. Majority of the year was the top one defense. So
AD and Jalen Ramsey.
we just talked about even just the Washington football team, how their defense can make up for a lot of people's like.
You 2 for 2 today. Okay.
I'm telling. Oh yeah,
I'm
the
proud of
Washington
you.
football team.
I'm
So-
proud of you.
I just with Matthew Stafford
Okay.
and his potential with what we had already, man, it's a crazy division, but I just
Because who's in there? The Seahawks, the Cardinals.
I think those are the only main differences, I guess you could say.
What is?
The Seahawks and the Cardinals, it's the Rams, and then the San Francisco 49ers, right?
49ers.
So they're all fucking good, basically.
Yep.
And
Seahawks
you
got
have
a
the Rams
Seahawks
on
got a question mark, but everybody
I
else.
already
is
told
straight.
you the Seahawks are still going to be great because of Russell Wilson and everything else. But again, like that team is already good on every single thing, and they fucking sold out their future because of Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
And then they had to pay him too because they were going to lose him for nothing.
Right.
So they're all fucked, man. I'm glad they're still a good team, but they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
You get me? So I feel like the rest of the teams got better. I mean, I feel like the Cardinals are going to be better than the Seahawks.
Oh, for sure.
So that's going to be crazy. This
Yeah.
whole division is going to be wild, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, with you putting it like that, he's still
it always says
he's
man.
still a stick in the mud, and I don't really believe in him like that. But I'd be down to go to a Rams game this year and see what happens.
Bro, wait, real quick. Tell me why I've been trying to get season tickets for the Rams.
Uh-huh.
I called in like 5 different times, and they still haven't returned my call or
Really?
my emails. Bro, they're not trying to sell their tickets or some
I
shit.
guess not.
I'm fucking pissed. I'm literally trying to get
Damn,
season tickets.
season tickets.
Yeah.
To watch a stick just
Bro, you
stand
can-
there in the mud.
You can sell off. You can sell off 75% of those tickets, make
That
your money
is
back,
true,
and then you
true.
get three
That's a good
games.
point. That's a good point.
Or I can just go
That's a very
because
good
the
point.
Rams are fucking good.
That is a very good point.
Who you got in that division, man? Or do you really think he's a stick in the mud?
Yeah, I really think he's just sticking him up, but I'm still going with the Cardinals.
If he completes 2 Hail Mary plays this year, I'll put 40 on it.
If he gets a 10-yard
No.
rushing touchdown, I'll give you $40 for free.
You want to do both?
No, because I ain't trying to lose that much money.
Ah, come on, man.
Pick one of
A
the
10-yard rushing touchdown.
If he rushes for 10 yards, I will give you $40.
if he rushes for 10 yards,
Yes.
period, no touchdown.
No, I have to get a touchdown.
A 10-yard touchdown.
10-yard touchdown rushing. I will give you $40.
Oh man, that's a good.
Hold on. Dual view. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
So wait, what do I get?
You get $40 if he doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
One. Just one.
Yeah.
He gets one.
You're
I
making
will
it
give
easier
you
for me.
$40.
You're making it easier for me.
Okay, bet.
How do you feel though, Aaron? You I'm sure you watched a couple of Rams games.
Like I said, McVay didn't trust Jared Goff, and it was very apparent, even as someone who doesn't really watch football like that. And knowing what the talent he has, because Matthew Stafford has been Bro, he's
I
been
hate talking shit about Goff.
he's been one of the like most underappreciated quarterbacks since he came out of. He went to Georgia, right? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
from Georgia. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that dude, #1 pick, couldn't save the franchise, but they just misused him. And now that he's with the Rams and he's with a literal offensive genius like Sean McVay and has the reigning champ defensive team, basically, he's about to go nuts. I think, in my opinion, if he can stay healthy, because that fool played with like a fucking fractured back or something on some nut shit.
Yes.
How bad were the Lions last year?
Dude, they're
man?
fucking
Bro, they
terrible.
always had a
They're
Thanksgiving
always
game.
fucking terrible. Yeah, they're
Always.
Thanksgiving game. Now Jared Goff's gonna blow it up on Thanksgiving too, man.
I would hope so. I'd hope so. I'd love to see it.
I'm just kidding, man. Nah, but honestly, I'm really excited just even talking about it right now because, bro, like, think about it. Think about it, man. With his arm, with the IQ, you know, with the weapons that he has, I'm pretty excited about it now. And the NFL season is just right around the corner. That's just gonna be hard.
Next week.
But what's it called? We got the fantasy football league coming up soon as well.
Yeah, you better not cheat this year.
But I'm gonna
You
put it
better
up.
not cheat this year.
I'll put it up. I'll do it live.
Bro, so last year
We walked in.
we
Come
walked
on,
in.
man.
We walked. He told
No,
us
he
the
didn't,
last. He
man.
told us the day of the draft. It's like, yo, y'all want to be in the fantasy draft? All right, it's a little late, but cool. He got the first pick
I
of
did it
his own
random,
draft.
G.
Walked in.
No,
I
you
recorded it.
Wa-
You didn't random
We-
nothing,
we
bro.
walked in. This dude had his laptop on the table and said, "Oh yeah, I got the #1
I
pick."
He said, "Hey, Gifton, you want to take this team?"
don't even
Who's
worry about
on
that,
it?
man.
Damn.
Andy Dalton, no.
Con
I didn't
artist.
take no team, man. You picked your own goddamn team, and you sucked.
Because I stopped caring because I was getting my ass whooped. I was done.
Bro, it was
I had
funny
Pat
though.
Mahomes, bro, I had Pat Mahomes and still got whacked.
He had the most scored points against him.
Damn.
It was like by an extra like 700 points too.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
terrible. Yeah, like you had some good points. You're like middle of the pack of points, but
better-
the points against
better
you
not
was
cheat
terrible.
this year. If you cheat this year, we got a problem.
We're gonna see what happens, but I think we got a 12 team league this year, man. A lot of people want to join.
Oh, damn, cool.
Yeah,
You
so-
playing for money?
$5 buy-in.
I said at most 20 for
I'm down
each
to
person.
I'm down to
But I
20.
want to like figure out what is good for everybody, and then the lowest that everybody wants to do. Cool.
5 or 20 is whatever to me.
Yeah, whatever works.
All right.
But yeah, man, we've been
Yeah,
going for
man.
a long
Damn,
fucking
we
time.
have been going for a long time, about an hour and 2 minutes in.
Oh god damn.
As always, if you enjoyed the video,
Sports you.
sports you. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and shout that like button. Bust down those comments. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
the applause. Thank you to my guy
Hefe
Hefe
for
pulling
joining us
up
again.
as usual.
Thank you
And
for joining us
remember,
again.
support the youth.
Certified Lover Boy dropping that too.
Oh yeah, in the morning, huh?
Certified Lover Boy coming out.
Scary hours.
Don't toxic text your ex. Who cares?
Both
Leave
videos
him
on the
alone.
video.
Leave him alone. Leave her alone. And just enjoy the album.
Yes, sir. Episode 57 is a wrap. Y'all have a good night, everybody.